Hi, I'm Sarah Barguirdjian and welcome to this yoga class which will, I hope, become one of your favourites. It's going to be a very short, sweet reset for your day where you'll be doing various poses, putting your whole body through its whole range of motion. And I want you to begin in child's pose with your toes tucked under. So bring your hands to the floor, tuck your toes under and have your knees as wide as you normally do in child's pose, so about outer hip width apart. Then walk your knees back a little bit, so you really tuck your toes under and bring your hands straight ahead and your forehead to the floor. Knit in your lower ribs, lift up your armpits. Now lift your head and look at your hands and walk them over to the right. So you're lengthening up the left side of your body. Keep moving the left hip gently back. If you can't rest your forehead on the floor, maybe put it on a blanket or just let it hang in space. We're not here for too long. Lift your head, look at your hands and walk them over to the left. Right side body long, move the right hip back. Try and straighten both of your arms and have your elbows off the floor if you can. Lift your head, look at your hands, walk them back to center and come into downward facing dog. So we're moving quite swiftly here, but we're only going to do very simple poses. Remember, you can bend your knees here if you're worried about any hamstring injuries, or you just want to keep your lower back in its nice curve, and bending your knees feels good. Come forward into plank. Bring both of your knees down to the floor, come all the way down. Pick up your hands, reach them towards your feet, keep your arms off the floor, your shoulders lifted, and bend both of your knees, possibly touching your fingertips onto the backs of your heels. Then press your knees towards each other. Lift your chin, lift your chest. 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Then step your right foot forward in between your hands. Bring your back knee down and both of your hands onto your front leg. Raise your chest. Move your bottom back a little bit. Press your tailbone down. Zip up from your pubic bone to your navel and then possibly come forwards a little bit more again, keeping all of that. And from here, bring your left hand down to the floor inside your right foot and twist to the right. Press your shoulders towards your back foot. You can keep your hand here or bring it up. 3, and maybe twist that a little bit more. 2, 1. Look down, touch down, step back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, bring your back knee down. So quite swift movements here. Place your right hand down, left hand on your left knee, twist. Press your shoulders back, squeeze your bottom and reach that left hand up. Again, that's an option. Keep knitting in the lower ribs so your abdominal muscles are very much holding you in place here. Slowly bring that left hand down, pick up your back knee, go back to downward facing dog. Raise your right leg up and back and step it in between your hands. For warrior 2, bring your back heel down. Pick up your left arm and really bring that arm up overhead so that you move that left shoulder. We want to try and get as much out of this short sequence as we can. Keep moving your right inner thigh towards the inner knee. Then reverse your warrior. Turn your right palm up. Bring your back hand onto your back leg and look down. Keep the right knee bent. Now come into side angle pose. Bring your forearm onto your right thigh, turn your left palm up, press your feet towards each other, keep squeezing that right buttock in, then look down at your right foot, bring your hands down, pick up your back heel, go back to downward facing dog, and step your left foot forward. Warrior 2 again, back heel down, bring your right arm forwards up to the ceiling and back. Virabhadrasana 2. Set your legs well, keep them like this, reverse your warrior. Bring your right hand onto your back leg, look at your back foot, squeeze that back leg strong. Side angle pose, turn your right palm up, bring your arm again over your head. Downward facing dog. Look down, touch down, step back. Now come forward into plank and lengthen your plank. Walk your hands forwards. Separate your feet. Drop both your heels to the left. Put your right hand on your right hip. Vashisthasana, lift the hips, raise the hand, and then variations here are up to you. If you want to stack your right foot on top of your left, go for it. If you want to come into tree pose, do that too. Or don't do it two, do it as a choice. 3, you can't do both at once. 2, 1, downward facing dog. Touch down, step back. Come into plank. Again, get that distance. Walk your hands forwards. Drop both of your heels now over to the right. Blade the feet. Put your left hand on your left hip. Press your shoulders towards your feet. And again, top hand can come up. You can stack your feet. Do whatever you want to do in this pose that you know is doable. 3, this is a short, sweet class. I want you to feel like you're having some success. Bring the hand down, downward facing dog. Come into child's pose with your feet pointed. Sink your bottom onto your heels. Bring your hands by the sides of your feet. Rest your forehead. Now you can stay here for as long as you want. You can come into Shavasana from here, or you can go from here into the rest of your day. I'm going to come out of this now to say namaste. Keep doing yoga. And I'm there on Patreon if you want more support. All the details for that are in the comments below the class.